Hi everybody, hope we're all keeping well at home. I've decided to share this little video with you just to actually give you something to do, just to help you work on your game a little bit whilst you're at home. Hopefully you've all got your clubs there, you've been able to have a little swing in the garden, maybe hit a few putts already at home. This is just to actually give you just something to work on, something extra than just hitting a few putts. Gets quite boring quite quickly. So just something to actually get us to concentrate on what we do and hopefully actually improve in this time that we're at home. And then when we come back to be able to actually get out onto the golf course and to be able to play, our putting might just be a little bit better. What I'm going to do to start off with is we're just going to use, I'm going to have 3 golf balls. What we're going to do is, here I'm just hitting a short putt just so I can actually just get it in on the camera, but this can be of any length. When we're out on the course, we need to read the greens, we need to be able to decide how much breaks on it, but then we need to be able to make sure that we actually hit the putt on our intended start line. Okay, so important to actually get it to start the actual process, that it actually starts on the line of where we intended to hit it and then goes to the hole. So here what I'm doing is gonna bring in 2 extra balls. The putt I've got is only a couple of foot putt, so it's gonna be nice short range, and we're gonna have 3 balls just wider than the actual width of the ball to start with. Okay, so just giving us room that if we hit this ball, it goes through here. We can imagine if this was happening on a longer putt, it'd be exactly the same. We need to start the ball on line. So here I've got the 2 balls just wide enough for my ball that I'm going to strike to actually run through it. So here now what I've got is a little gate. This is my start line gate, and we're going to set up to the putt, and we're just going to try and hit the putt through the gate. Okay, so it's literally back and through the gate, goes into the hole. Okay, here on the put out mat with the put out cut, rolls back for me as well. What we do, the more we get this, the tighter we can bring the gate in. Okay, so as we get better and we improve, we bring that tighter and tighter in. As I say, this is a little bit too short to be doing it on, but as I say, just so I can actually get it on the camera. So it's back and through. You can see on that one, I've actually just clipped the left-hand ball. Okay, what we'll have is, we'll tend to see over a period of time, is that you actually have a tendency. It might be that there is an issue with the actual putting stroke itself, but quite often it's just something where visually we actually see something that it's slightly different. So I've clipped to the left-hand ball. If I did this on a regular basis, maybe that's just how I set up to it. Okay, which then probably means when I'm out on the golf course, I'm actually making compensations to actually correct this. What I do myself when I'm out on the course, and we see a lot of the tour players out there doing, is actually drawing a line onto the ball. Okay, so obviously for this, I've got a Sharpie pen, and I've actually used one of the little soft spike tools to actually draw the line onto it. This could be done freehand, especially while we was practicing at home, is draw a little line onto the ball. What we're then going to do is we actually line this up at the hole, which is we intend on starting the ball at. Okay, this is directly through the centre now of my gate. So here now, if I align my putter to, my putter's just got a little line on the back of it here. I'm going to make these 2 lines meet, both aiming directly at the hole. From here now, I can now start it and hopefully hit the putt straight through the gate. This doesn't matter whether it's a short putt or whether it's a long putt. If we set the line on our intended start line, just makes this much easier. That at times we'll see it, and I do it myself, is when I'm actually out on the course and I've put my line down, I've made it exactly where I want, I can set up to it and then feel it, oh, that feels slightly out. More often than not, the line's right, it's my eyes playing tricks on me. So that's the first little test. As I say, we can actually just set up the gate, set them slightly wider to start off with, and gradually making them that there's hardly any gap either side. If we can start hitting that through there on a regular basis, it means that we're actually hitting putts that are going to start on our intended start line. What I'm going to do is the next little bit of a drill, we obviously used gates there already, is the next one I'm just going to use 2 sleeves of balls. What I'm going to do now is set this up where my putter is actually going to be the width of the gate, and I'm going to use the sleeves of balls to actually create another gate, again just giving myself a little bit of room on either side to start off with. We won't use the ball first. What we'll do is we'll set up to it, and we're just going to try and feel that we can actually rock the shoulders and get that running through that gate. Okay, so each time we're going to go rock it back and through, back and through. Okay, and again we can make this a little bit more difficult by giving ourselves less room to actually get the putter through. We see Tiger do this quite often at events. He'll use T-pegs to make sure he's got a little gate. It's just to make sure that we actually strike the ball out of the centre of the putter. Okay, so if our swing putting stroke is actually moving one direction or the other, we'll actually be missing the centre of the putter, and then we can get different speeds because we're not actually getting a true strike on the ball. So now I've got a very narrow gate. What we'll tend to find is there'll be one way or another. Actually I'm missing that okay at the moment. And just clipping it there just slightly, but the more we practice it, hopefully we hit it less and less, and we're going to find the centre of the ball. We're going to bring the ball back into position. Now here, set up to it, have a little look at the hole, back down. Now from there just rock it through the gate and hit a nice solid putt. So there's 2 little tips there for you. 2 other things to have a go at, see if it helps. Hopefully if you do them often enough, we'll find that when we come back to the course and get back out there playing, our putter will be a little bit better. Hope they've helped, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much, bye.